Here is a short rundown of Logic's audio channel strip. This is the gain input section. If you have an integratable interface or sound card, you can set the gain, phantom power and polarity of your input here. As my interface is not integratable, I won't be able to show you this functionality today. Next is the Settings tab. Here you can reset your channel to default settings, save your channel strip as a preset, and copy or paste plugins and sends to channels. The next tab is the compression meter. If you click on the meter, Logic's stock compressor plugin will appear. Here you can select a digital, VCA, FET, or Opto style compressor. If I press play and slowly bring up the threshold, you can see the compression meter engage. The following window is Logic's stock EQ. If you click on the window, Logic's equalization plugin will appear. Here, you can engage high and low pass filters, a low shelf, high shelf, and up to 4 bell curves. You can adjust the Q, frequency, and gain from the bottom menu, or by clicking and dragging. The high and low pass filters also have adjustable dB per octave settings. The Compare button at the top of the plugin allows you to compare the plugin's current and previous state. This EQ also has mid-side functionality, which can be accessed from this drop-down menu. The EQ also has a frequency analyzer with a post and pre mode, allowing you to see the audio's frequencies before and post equalization. To bypass or engage a plugin, simply click on this button. The Channel Mode button allows you to choose between a stereo and mono track. 2 circles indicate a stereo channel, and 1 circle indicates a mono channel. To select an input, use the drop-down menu to the right of the channel mode. Here, you can choose your desired input from your interface or from an internal bus. To bypass or engage a plugin, you can click to the left of the plugin in the Audio Effects window. To remove or change a plugin, you can click and hold to the right. To open a plugin, simply click in the center. To add an audio effect, simply click in the Audio Effects box and select a plugin from the drop-down menu. Third-party plugins are generally stored under the Audio Units tab. Next is the Sends menu. To create a bus send, simply click on the Sends tab and select a bus. Now, use the rotary wheel to increase the send amount. If you hold Alt and click on the rotary wheel, the send amount will snap to 0 dB automatically. There are 3 types of send in Logic Pro 10: post-pan, post-fader, and pre-fader. Post-pan sends the panning and fader amplitude information of the channel to the bus. Post-fader sends the amplitude information of the channel to the bus. And pre-fader bypasses any amplitude and panning information. All versions include the audio effects chain. From this menu, you can also send audio to an output. In the output section, you can choose where you want your signal to go. For example, you could send the audio directly to the stereo output, or you could send the channel to a bus for summing. Groups allow you to control multiple channels at the same time. To create a group, simply click and press Group 1, New. Then, name your group. In the Settings tab, you can select what parameters you want the group to control. Editing allows you to edit multiple tracks at the same time. Track Alternatives allows you to comp multiple tracks at the same time. Mute allows you to mute multiple tracks at the same time, and Volume allows you to adjust the volume of multiple tracks at the same time. To turn on automation, ensure Read is in green writing. You can engage or bypass automation by clicking on the toggle button. To open the automation window, press A. There are 4 types of automation mode: read, touch, latch, and write. Read performs the automation as it's written. Touch writes automation if you change any parameters after play is pressed. Latch overwrites current automation if you change any parameters. And write overwrites all automation. Write mode automatically reverts to touch mode when the session is paused. Panning. To pan your track, use the rotary panner. Left pans to the left, right pans to the right, and central is 0. You can engage stereo or binaural panning by right-clicking on the panning wheel. These are your channel meters. The left meter displays your fader volume and the right meter displays your channel's peak volume. If the meter turns red, peaking has occurred. Here, you can adjust the volume of your channel by dragging the fader up or down. If the mute button is pressed, the channel will be muted and the audio will be greyed out. The solo button will solo the audio from that channel and mute any other channel that isn't soloed. When input monitoring is engaged, you will monitor the audio from the selected input of that channel. You must record arm any channel that you want to record to ensure the audio will be recorded. This is particularly important when recording multiple sources at the same time. If this short tutorial was helpful, consider liking the video. If you would like to be notified of future content, subscribe. Thank you for watching.